Welcome to Positive Parenting Today. I'm Jacqueline Muñiz from the Children's Services Council of Palm Beach County, your host for today's show. The concept of Touchpoints is a different approach to thinking about child development. It is a theory based on the work of Dr. T. Barry Brazelton, world-renowned expert in pediatrics and child development. Dr. Brazelton states that there are 8 touchpoints of child development in the first year of a child's life beginning prenatally. Between the 6 to 8 week touchpoint and the 4-month touchpoint, parents are slowly developing their confidence as they get to know their baby and learn his cues. Feeding and sleeping routines are forming during this time, and parents once again look to reestablish relationships with family and friends. During this time, the baby is becoming more social. He looks out to the world and seeks to engage his parents and others by rewarding them with smiles. He spends more time in an alert state, which increases the opportunity for interaction with his parents outside of the demands of caregiving. This interaction is important in order for them to develop a trusting and loving relationship over time. Cheryl Jacobs, a registered nurse specialist, returns to the home of the Ricketts following the birth of their son Tamani. Their 3-year-old daughter Talia has had to transition from being the center of her parents' universe to big sister. As you will see, no matter how much parents prepare an older sibling for the new baby, the transition can be difficult for the entire family as everyone adjusts to their new roles.
Hey, Okisha.
Hi,
Owen.
Cheryl.
How you doing?
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you
Same
too.
here.
And
Tamani.
Tamani.
Yeah.
So when I
Love
talked to you the last time when you were pregnant, we were talking about what the baby might be like.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you have the real baby, what do you think? Do you like what you imagined?
I'm happy. He's quiet. He's pretty much predictable, so it makes taking care of him very easy.
Okay.
Yeah, compare him to his sister, he doesn't cry a lot, which makes us a lot to be happy about. You know, he goes to anyone, so we have no problem leaving him with our sister or my sister. No problem, they just feed him and that's it. So he's a good boy, just like we wanted.
He's a good baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it sounds like you're back to work.
Yes.
You're leaving him with your sister?
Yeah, sometimes my sisters or her sister, they both help us out.
And how is that for you, Mom?
It's good. Going back to work, it's been one of the hardest things for me, but it's something that I have to do, so I just have to, just tough it up and just do it. But leaving him with my sister or my sister-in-law, I'm very comfortable because I know that he's in good, capable hands.
Mm-hmm.
But I just miss him when I go to work, because being home for 3 months and then have to go back to work, it's been hard.
It's been hard.
It's been hard.
So when you leave him in the morning, what happens?
The first 3 days, I had kind of panic attack or was anxious about leaving him, but he's fine. He's cool because he's been around my family since birth, so he's not going to a stranger. So
Right.
he doesn't fuss or anything. I just drop him off and he's fine.
When you come back home?
When
When
I
you
come
pick
home,
him up, does he recognize you right off the bat?
Owen's the one that picks him up because I get home at midnight.
Okay.
So when I get home, most of the time he's sleeping or sometimes he's up, playing. But it's like a happy reunion when I get back home.
Owen, what happens when you pick him up?
He just starts smiling once he see my face. He just lights up, and I know he's excited to see Dad. We just get him.
He recognizes
yeah, he
your
does.
face.
Yeah, he does.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
How they are. So you're saying he's already predictable. You know when he's going to eat, about the time he's going to eat.
Yeah.
And how about sleeping? How's that going?
I let him sleep on demand, but I limit it to 2 to 3 hours during the day so I can get him to sleep during the night. And I keep him up, or I ask them to keep him up later than the average baby because of my schedule. I'd rather him sleeping later than go to bed much earlier.
How long does he sleep at one time?
He sleeps around 4 to 5 hours undisturbed
Undisturbed during the night.
during the night.
And that's good for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he still gets up, and eats and goes right back to sleep.
That's great.
Hmm.
That's great. I'm just looking at now from the time I came in and he was just really disorganized. Maybe from strangers being in the house, you think, when I first got here today? And now look how relaxed he is. His hands completely relaxed, his legs and feet are completely relaxed, and he seems to be snoozing there a little bit.
Yeah.
What happens when you disrupt his sleep?
He cries sometime, and sometime he just goes right back to sleep.
Would it be okay
or he
if
wakes up.
Would it be okay if I try to disturb his sleep and see what he does?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
Okay. I have a little rattle here, and I'm just going to shake it by his ear and just see what happens. Okay. So at first I saw
Yeah, he was startled. by
a
that noise.
startle, right? And now what do you see?
He's just looking at you.
And he smiled.
Smiles, yeah.
So at first he's startled, and then it's almost that he's thinking, I know what that is. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be too alarmed. I'm not going to be too alarmed. Do you notice him following you around the room already? And
Yes.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things?
He's holding on to his bottles, his pacifier and stuff.
He's holding on to his bottle?
Yeah, like whenever I feed him, if I pull it out, he hold on to it and put it back in his mouth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's doing
Sounds
something.
like you're a smart boy. Let's see what he does with this. He's a little sleepy, but his eyes are open. Look at this. Let's see if we can distract him from the bright lights. Yeah, good job. Good job. So he sees
reaching
pretty
out for
well.
Mhm.
Look at that. Up. And then down. Yeah. I notice he keeps his hands together. Do you see him do that often?
Yes.
He does it a lot, especially when he's feeding.
When he's feeding or when he wants to go to sleep, he like tenses up and puts his hand together.
Yes, and you're smiling, so
Talk to her.
it looks like you want to communicate with me a little bit.
Say hello.
Hey, did you want to talk? Did you want to talk a little bit? Maybe he thinks, I don't want to look him right in the face. I was kind of waiting until he gets a little calmer and he's ready. There you go. How would it be if I hold him, do you think?
We'll be
Let's try
fine.
and see what happens. Do you know, now he knows your family, but
Yes.
does he act different when other people hold him?
Not really, no.
Not really yet, not yet. I predict that in about a month he'll have a little
Okay.
bit of stranger anxiety, because it usually starts about 4 months. He's looking at me and he's a little stiff. Hey, big boy.
He's smiling.
Now he's smiling.
Okay.
Now he's smiling. And what about how strong is he on his tummy? You put him on his tummy?
When he's on his tummy, he flips over on his back.
Okay.
When he's on his back, he'll turn over on his side.
You can flip over already? Wow, that's pretty amazing. Yeah. Is it okay if I put him on his tummy? We'll see what he does. He's kind of tuning into me more, but he seems like he's moving his arms and legs a lot. What does that say to you? To show us when he does that.
I don't
Just
know.
really start moving.
Good, strong neck muscles. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Hey. Hey, what are you doing?
Go to sleep.
So he tolerates that.
Yeah.
Tolerates being on his tummy. And his head looks pretty strong. Okay, let's turn you back up and see your face. Hey, little guy. Hey, little guy. See how strong you are. Is it okay with you guys if I pull him up
Yeah.
by his hands? Let's go. Let's see how strong you are. Wow. He has some good head control already. He's holding his head pretty steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're holding your head pretty steady. Yes, you are. Oh, he wants to come up again. He's pulling against my hand. He's just pulling himself right up. You don't even need any help.
He's
Looks
been
like he
trying
likes
to.
to be up.
Yeah, you've been
Yeah.
doing it.
He likes to sit up.
Oh, he's getting really excited. Okay. Okay. Well, it seems like he's getting real excited to me. Like he's kind of fanning his arms and pushing up on his legs. Yeah. Yeah. But not quite sure. I'm a stranger. I don't know if you can see his face. He's kind of not quite sure about me. He doesn't want to make eye contact with me. Do ya? Hey. Hey. But I saw him reach out and scratch my shirt.
Yeah. He
You see that?
reaches for stuff.
He reaches for stuff.
Like he'll get I'll have my phone in my hand and he'll reach out and take my phone from my hand.
Talia, the big sister's here. Hey, Talia. You want to come around?
Come around, Talia.
Hi,
Come this way.
around. So how's it going with big sister?
She's very good.
She's very good.
I thought that she'll be jealous and, you know,
At first she seemed like she was though, because whenever she's holding the baby, she'll come to me and trying to get in my arm, and want me to hold her in the same way. It's like, oh, she want to sleep and stuff like that. But after a week or so, I say she got adjusted to him being around here and stuff, and she's like protective of him. Because one night when we came home, me and her, and she didn't see the baby, he was in the crib sleeping. She's like, oh, where's Tamani? And she started crying, the baby's gone,
Right.
So she really got used to him.
And he seemed to stop and kind of listen when she came out. Like, he was looking for her. Do you see that?
Yeah, he likes to listen to her talk. On the way to school, when I'm taking Talia to school, he just sits in the car seat staring at her, and Talia sings for him. She talks to him, and he just smiles and talks back to her.
So you're ready to engage with me now. You're okay? It's okay if we talk? It's okay if we talk? He really has trying to grab. And does he hold a rattle yet? Have you tried that?
No, I haven't tried it.
Is it okay if it's okay with you?
Yeah,
Let's
it's
try it
fine.
and see what he does. I brought you a rattle. I didn't have one that was for a little guy, but I have a pink rattle. Would you like a pink rattle? What do you think about that? It's hard for them to, at this age, really grasp it, but you see how he's kind of moving his arms towards it, like he was starting that attempt. See that? He's getting all excited. Let's put this in your hand and see what you do. Put this in your hand and see what you do. Yeah. Yeah, you gonna put that in your mouth? He looked at it.
I know
he's
he
trying
has
to put it in his mouth.
has a strong grip, because whenever he holds on
does.
to like my clothes, I have to like pry his fingers off.
Yeah. So how has this been for you two, for your relationship? How's it going?
It's going. It's been very hectic, extremely hectic. We haven't even sat down to talk or anything, because it's just going. The baby, Talia, work, school. It's just been crazy.
We had one night together, which was Valentine's night, when our sister again had the baby, and we spent that night together. So we had one moment since he's been here together. So it's not so bad, but it's not what it used to be,
It's not what it used to be. Sounds like you take up a lot of mom and dad's time. That's what it sounds like to me. You take up a lot of mom and dad's time. He's just so engaged in my shirt. He's trying to pick
I think
the flowers
it's the right
up,
color.
I think.
Yeah.
You like that color? Huh? You see those roses? Yeah. He's just so excited. You can just feel the strength in him and the energy he's putting into to trying to grab my shirt.
He's very strong.
Very strong boy. Yes, you are. You're a very strong boy. Do you think he hears well?
Yes.
Okay. What does he do that tells you he hears well?
Whenever he hears a sound, he'll he'll turn to it
Oh, look at this.
and
This big smile. So he turns to noise.
he turns to the noise, and when you're talking, he talks back.
He talks back. Are you talking back? You talk to Mama? You know what? Let's try that and see what he does. I'll give him back to you
Okay.
because that's really a great thing
Yes, that's the baby
for
rattle.
you to imitate what he says. Boy, he's heavy.
Yes.
Smiling.
What's going on? Yes. You see all these people here?
He's telling you a story.
What else is going on? You think that's funny?
Did you notice he didn't talk to me? I think that's because I'm different.
Yeah.
I'm someone different he hadn't seen
Never seen
before.
before. Right.
Yeah, I think so. I noticed when you stood him up to talk to him, it's almost as if he knew what was going to happen. You know, it was almost like I could, by watching him, predict that he knows that when you haven't seen up looking at him, they're going to talk to him.
Yeah.
Because he started right away engaging in your face, and whatever you talked to him, he tried to
Talk
imitate.
back.
Starting to talk back and communicate. Do you have the ability to pretty much know what his cues are? How does he tell you what he wants, in other words? How do you know what he wants or
Like,
needs?
as far as when he's hungry, he's very tense with his hands, and he starts sucking on his hands, and he has this distinctive cry when he's hungry, not quite crying, like whining.
Okay.
Then you know that he's hungry.
So when he's hungry, he whines.
And he does a similar cry when he wants to sleep. But when he wants to sleep, he just looks really tired or out of it.
So that's your cue for it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Is he easy to put to sleep?
Yeah. It's just feed him. At least for me, it is. Whenever I feed him, that's when he wants to go to sleep.
Does he go to sleep in your arms, or do you lay him in the crib? to go to
In
sleep?
my arms.
And then when he's completely asleep, you lay him down?
Lay him down, yeah.
So it sounds like you both are really getting to know the real baby.
Yes.
You know a lot about him.
Yes.
What he's predictable, what to expect around sleep time. Do you ever find that he gets more cranky at the end of the day, or cries more in the evening than any other time?
No.
No?
Just when he wants to sleep and, you know, the condition isn't right for him to go sleep, that's when he starts fussing. But he's not a fussy baby at all. He's not.
So that might tell us a lot about what he's going to be like.
Yeah, his personality.
Yeah, his temperament.
Yeah.
Who do you think he's the most like?
Owen.
Most like Dad? Dad's temperament?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
very laid back. And very,
That's
you know,
right.
Okay.
very cool.
So Mom,
Yes.
you're still breastfeeding.
Yes,
And you're working.
Yes.
So how does that work?
I take my pump to work, and my employees, they give me the opportunity or, you know, set aside a time for me to go and pump, and I, you know, come home and give it to him. Initially, even when I was pregnant, I decided that I wanted to breastfeed, and I did everything in my powers to ensure that, you know, I do continue to breastfeeding, and it's just like second nature to me right now, and I feel bad thinking about even giving him formula when I have, you know, the best food for him, you know, right here, and it's free.
Right.
So
That's perfect.
Yeah.
and
He's
we've
a
all
lucky
been
guy.
sick since the past week, and he's the only one that's not sick. And I spoke to his pediatrician, and he said because, you know, he's being fed breast milk, and, you know, he has the antibodies in it, so, you know, he's protected, so that's why he's not
That's
sick.
a wonderful thing. That's a wonderful thing. Does he have any confusion between breast and the rubber nipple, the bottle?
I
When
don't
you're
think
not here?
so. I don't think
He'll
so.
take either.
Yeah, it'll take, once he's hungry, you just want to eat.
He'll just eat.
Yeah. You know, I don't complain, you don't cry or anything like that.
So you feed him at night and he just goes right to sleep.
Right, yeah, right to sleep. Like magic.
Like magic.
Yep.
So when he gets all wound up sometimes, has he found a way to self-soothe himself?
His hands
His hands.
or his pacifier.
Pacifier. So he just puts his hands in his mouth to self-soothe? That's good. That's good. So up until this point, you guys have had to help him calm down, but he's learning to calm himself down now.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's getting to be a big boy. Do you guys have any questions in your mind that you were thinking that you might want to ask me?
I wanted to know how soon can I start him on like solids, like first foods, because he's a big boy, and I feel like I'm feeding him very often or a lot because of his size. So I was thinking maybe if I start introducing foods, he'll eat less, or, you know, the frequency of when he feeds will decrease.
I think if you ask your pediatrician, he'll tell you to wait till the baby's at least 4 months old to reduce the risk of allergies, having food allergies. And at 4 months old, you can start him on some rice cereal mixed with a little breast milk.
Okay.
And then you'll start slowly introducing strained fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
But talk to your pediatrician about that. But usually we find breastfeeding moms wait at least until 4 months old, sometimes until 6 months old.
Okay.
So when you go for your 4 month checkup, that's something I would discuss with your doctor, but not before then.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions on your mind, Dad?
When they start crawling, I forgot what tell you.
He probably will be crawling by 7 months old.
7 months?
That's an average. Maybe a little sooner, maybe a little later. But the more you...
Looks like he's trying to do it already. That's what
It looks like he's trying to crawl.
When he get up, put him in his belly, trying to get up on his legs.
He's trying to get up on his knees, so he's really ahead of the game, huh? Are you ahead of the game? Yeah. So you want him crawling?
Well, I don't want him to be too quick, but yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
He's going to be getting in everything.
He'll be into everything. You'll find that when he starts about 6 or 7 months old, he'll get in the crawling position and start rocking back and forth. He'll practice. And that's when sleep will change for him. He'll start waking up in the middle of the night to practice. Well, thanks so much for having me today.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
And your little one, he's just beautiful.
Thank you.
And strong boy.
Thanks.
Yeah. Sounds like he's a bit ready to
he's ready
take
for
a
his nap.
Yeah, that's what he's telling you. I'll come see you again soon.
Okay, sure. Looking forward to it.
Thanks.
No matter how much parents prepare an older sibling for the new baby, the transition can be difficult for the entire family as everyone adjusts to their new roles. I hope you enjoyed our program. Join us next time on another episode of Positive Parenting Today as we continue to get to know families in our community and learn from their parenting experiences. We will continue to explore the touch points of child development as well as bring you topics relevant to the most rewarding role you will ever have, being a parent.